Now there's already a number of Airbus FCUs out in the market, but this new entrant, well, it's got a number of unique features. And my favorite has to be the local dimming of the LCD panel and the illumination of the FCU panel itself. For those of you doing long hauls, well, you're gonna love this. Welcome back to the SimHanger. My name's Mark. Thanks very much for watching, and let's get started. What we're looking at today is from a company I've featured on this channel before, Wingflex, and it's the A320 FCU CUBE. Now don't go and confuse this with Wingflex's A320 FCU and built-in EFISs. Designed for the pro user, link to my review in the notes below. This fully functional unit, Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 compatible, is designed for those wanting to save some desk space and is very competitively priced. List price is $199 US, but if you use this promo code, you can get a $30 US discount and pick it up for $169 US. Still in the planning stage, but in terms of expansion, I believe a left-hand EFIS is planned, as is a right-hand RMP radio master panel. But I don't have timings on the development of this expansion at this time. Let's now take a quick look at what do you get for your money. Packaging quality overall is very good indeed. The install guide basically shows you how to fit the legs on the unit, which is held in place by 4 hex screws, and the screwdriver is also provided. The legs themselves have a rubber footing to stop any slipping and sliding, and holds it at a 13-degree angle, exactly the same as in the real aircraft. USB-A to USB-C cable is high quality, very flexible, and long enough to suit most requirements. The unit itself is of a quality that you expect from Wingflex. The dials and buttons have a nice feel to them. They say modelled on the actual aircraft. The buttons have a 2.5mm travel, which stops you bumping them on by accident. The body itself is made out of aluminium, and there are aluminium components inside the unit. They don't appear to have scrimped on quality, and on the base of the unit to reflect the real aircraft under the glare shield are the 2 dimmer dials. Size-wise, it's 80% of the real thing, again designed for those that are space conscious. If, for example, we compare it to Mini Cockpit's Mini FCU, we can see they're almost exactly the same size, 80% of the actual unit in the aircraft. And again, in comparison, the Wingflex unit has a slightly finer haptic feedback and the deeper button press as mentioned previously. Fitting the legs is a no-brainer. The feet of the stand also have holes in, making it easy to access the screws and also facilitate you to fix it to a particular surface if that was your preference. I am a fan of the stand idea, makes it far easier to access, easy to just plonk it on your desk or mount it on top of another peripheral. The unit is supported by Wingflex's bridge software, and there's not really a lot to show you here as it self-configures. Run the application and it's plug and play. I did have to do a firmware upgrade to get Microsoft 2024 compatibility, as well as the latest version of their bridge software. From an interaction point of view, this is probably the best place to test that your unit is functioning as intended. You can check the LCD display is functioning, as well as all the various buttons, dials and so on. Interact physically with the unit, and this will then be displayed in the app. The install should automatically find your community folder and installs a WASM module. However, if you run into problems, you can set this manually, and as you can see, it supports Microsoft Flight Simulator 20 and 24, X-Plane Prepared and Pro Sim. Let's now jump into Sim and test it out. I'm in my favorite A320 from Phoenix, and the bridge software picked up as in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. I still have 2020 loaded on my system, and that I'm in the Phoenix A320 before I'd finished spawning into the airport. I'm on the runway, Stansted Airport, Echo Golf Sierra Sierra. I'm now interacting with the various controls on the FCU, and you can see that the response is basically latency free, and everything appeared to work just as expected. You'll note that the LCD display on the physical unit is whiter than that reflected on the Phoenix itself. This in fact is accurate and reflects an upgrade that was effected across the Airbus range some time ago. The full color representation may not be brilliant, In this video, that's not a poor reflection on Wingflex, but more on my limited videoing skills. Let's now change the time of day, make it evening, so we can test the dimming dials. Again, I've got a fairly bright light on the unit itself, but I think it's enough to make the point. Now dimming the LCD display, let's now turn them back up. First of all, the FCU unit itself, and now the LCD display. Very nice indeed. I stand to be corrected, but I think it's the only FCU unit currently in the market that offers this one feature. Turning now to overall compatibility, well, currently it's a moving feast, with developers and Asobo making regular changes. Wingflex have brought in compatibility for the default A320 version 2, as well as a range of other aircraft. I haven't as yet had chance to try it with the fly-by-wire A320, but I do know that it is also compatible with the A380, which for many will be an added bonus. The A319 and A321 from Phoenix is also compatible, as well as the A310 from Inibuilds, which is one of the default aircraft. I think bearing in mind its price point, overall quality is very good and represents fair value for money if you're looking for a scaled down unit. Well, there we are, short and sweet. This product does exactly what it says on the tin, and Wingflex as a company are really starting to make a mark within the flight sim community, and certainly a company to keep your eye on. If you are thinking of buying it, don't forget to use the promo code and save yourself $30. And as always, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you found it useful and informative. Stay well, look after yourself, see you again soon, and ciao for now.